basically we're pretty well ready to go. So when we go through here, so that this is the engine 700 RPM, and this is the temperature, 50 degrees at current. So the normal operating temperature is 80 to 92 on diesel motors. That is the temperature they like to run. That's the fuel rate. This is the trim tab, the temperature and things like that. So PSI. We have the trip meter. This is one that I look at quite a lot. The trip fuel rate, fuel. So to monitor the fuel. And it's got the engine hours. Turbo pressure, so the PSI is the turbo pressure, currently it's 0. So basically we're looking at the engine revs per minute and the temperature are the two most important for the fuel rate, and then the trip one. So we've done all our pre-departure checks now. Now it's time to actually nurse out. Luke and Nick are going to help me with the lines, like quite a few too many for the driver to actually do. So the main one that we have on is the bow line that protects the propeller shaft and the stern leg. So that's the one we untie last. We've also got a fore and aft swinger, which is a permanent fixture for the front roller. We're using that. And then Nick will untie up the front. So whenever you change the gears, you want to put it into neutral first, and then from reverse to neutral for a few seconds, and then into drive, so that you don't ruin your motor and don't cause it too much up. Whenever you're like in a marina, the speed limit's 4 knots, so at least, and you want to take as slow as possible to make sure that you can stop in sufficient time and to avoid any collision, whatever. You have to maintain watch at all times and continually survey and scan the environment for anything that may be floating in the water, including boats, logs of wood, rope, or anything like that. So you really do have to be quite aware of what you're doing at all times, and continually scan, just like you were driving in a city, like in heavy traffic. You need to have that same level of focus and attention when you're driving. So we've got a bit of a southerly wind at the moment. None of the boats have actually gone out. We're just going to Jetty Beach to do the man overboard exercise, as well as the anchoring. So as you'll see up front, there's a green cone, which so you always have the green cone on the port side when you're going out, and the starboard side when you're going in. So as far as collision regulations and road rules are concerned, we haven't got many markers in Coffs Harbour. It's probably the only one that we have, apart from the one at the the ramp. We've got quite a few lights, which are good for night time, but not so much daytime. So you always just got to remember, when you're going out, you have the green on the port side or the left-hand side, and when you're coming in, you'll have it on the right-hand side, which is the starboard side. So we've got a boat coming in, and he'll be coming into the marina. So I'll just show you a bit of an exercise so we'll put ourselves on a collision course, because he'll be coming into the harbour. So when you're actually coming into the harbour, to actually make a definite turn, we'll actually turn direct to starboard and to make our intentions known. So, and that takes us off the collision course. He knows, because it was a definitive turn away, he knows where we're going and what we're doing. If we'd actually just kept going straight forward towards him, we could have ended up on a collision course. So, so when you're actually overtaking, you can actually signal, if you're going to go to starboard or going to go to port, it's 2 beats. If you're going to go to starboard, it's 1 beat, and to go astern, it's 3 beats of your horn. So for any situations like that. Fortunately, Coffs Harbour, we're actually, Jenny Beach is open water. There's very few fishermen or anything else. Really, it's not like Sydney Harbour where it's overcrowded and things like that. So basically, what we do now is just a simple figure of 8 manoeuvre. With steer left and right. So as you can see, it's a little bit windy, and this is still the bay, really. So we want to make sure that the motor is really warm before we do anything, put too much pressure on it. You can see these dactylohydrophils that help with the stability and manoeuvrability. So, and they're also a very fast boat. It's just going to get ready for man overboard, and I'll demonstrate a Williamson's turn back to actually get the person. So Williamson's is to go 60 degrees around in a circle, and then come back 10 degrees. And like when you're actually approaching the man overboard, you need to go very, very slowly and protect them from any injury caused by the boat. And then you're ready. Overboard, we want to do a Williamson turn, so it goes 60 degrees around, turn around, and then come back in a circle. And we want Mick to be ready to pick the person up. Try and approach very slowly, but maintain propulsion, and we don't want to hit the person at all, so we want to give him plenty of room. We want to put the into neutral as we approach the person, so that they're not flooding. Grab the lifeboat. So I'll do that now. While Mick actually does drive the boat, and I'll pick the life buoy up.
Alright, Karen, when you're right. Man overboard.
We always take visuals of the man overboard. Man overboard. Very slowly towards the person overboard, and then he gets left with it. There we go. Perfect. So to prepare to anchor, what we need to do is assess the bottom from the sounder, and we know and we can see on the sounder that Jetty Beach is full of sand. This isn't an ideal rope. We don't use this sand anchor very much. We use a reef anchor because we made efficient reefs. But for this purpose of this exercise, this will demonstrate the correct procedure. So first of all, you have to make sure that everything's untangled, and then when Nick's ready to stop, you can actually stop the boat and then drop it into the anchor. So until the skipper's ready to actually drop the anchor stays on. So sand anchor, anchor away. So Mick will reverse back a little bit just to get the anchor to stick. Once it's holding, so it's holding now. So we'll just tie it off. So we want 3 turns around the bottom, at least, of the bollard, and then we just do half hitches on the bollard. Our silver rope on the reef pick is much better for anchoring. So, okay, so when we're ready to pull the anchor, Nick will say anchor up, and so this time we'll put the rope into the anchor well. So I'll direct him forward a little bit. Of course, this lighter rope isn't ideal. The anchor line should always go into the anchor well, and be careful not to get rope burn or to actually get it tangled around any object, any body part. So when you come up to the top, you always have to lift it up higher. Gotta watch that you don't fall in the anchor well as well. We want to anchor in a safe haven, so Mick's going to weigh the anchor for me. So we'll just probably anchor somewhere around here. So we've got to look at where the wind's coming, and we've got to face the boat in towards the wind, because that's what keeps your boat faced up to the wind and the waves So you have to actually assess all of your environment before you actually weigh the anchor. So we can see this is all sand on the sounder, and we can see that the wind's coming from the south. And so we'll just head straight into the wind. There we go. And then stop it, halt the boat, and direct Mick to weigh the anchor. So as he's going down, we'll reverse back. We always maintain visual contact with the person who's throwing the anchor as well. So Mick's directing what angle the anchor is at. So now we're actually going to pull the anchor in. So we'll follow Mick's directions as to where we want to go. So we'll ease forward. This just takes the tension off the anchor and enables the manual anchoring to be pulled in easily. Just want to drive it in the direction that the rope's going and keep it nice and even. So Mick's directed to stop, and he's got the anchor in and pulling up. That's the anchor in. So the next thing we've got is to actually, so we've done man overboard in both ways, we've done anchoring both ways. Now we just have to actually dock and refuel at the bow place. We'll just wait for Mick to come back inside so that we always maintain safety of all passengers.